The Torah tells us in this week's Parsha, it discusses the fact that they blew a trumpet in the temple. Different times. Now, one of the times that's mentioned when they blew the trumpet was V'chisavo milchama ba'altzachem. I'm going to translate the way the Art Scroll does for a second. Watch this. When you go out to war, okay, and then you go ahead and part of the battle is you blow the trumpets. Now, if you look at the Hebrew, there's a missing letter. I translated it before, when you go out to war. If you look at the Hebrew, the original text, it says, V'chisavo milchama. When you go out, war. What's missing? The lamed is missing. It should say, V'chisavo le-milchama. Without the lamed, it's weird. It's like, if you go out, war. It's like a foreigner trying to speak English. When you go out to war. Very simple. Why does the Torah not put the lamed in there? There should be a lamed in there. You shouldn't need to figure out, it means when you go out to war. Just put the lamed in there. The Bnei Yissaschar, and another sefer he wrote, Igud Akala, the Nineveh Rebbe, says a nice pshat. The Torah is being merames, hinting to the following idea. The Torah tells us earlier, Parshas Behaaloscha, V'cherev lo sarva b'atzachem. Hashem promises that there won't be a sword would not pass through the land, meaning there won't be any wars. So, what do you mean? When you go out to wage war, you're going to have war? There's no wars. Hashem promises. But you know when that promise is? Only if you do the right thing. Rashi brings, when you learn Torah in depth, then Hashem promises there won't be any war. If you don't learn Torah, then there might be war. And that's what the Torah is talking about. Obviously, if there's a war, there's a reason why there's war. That's why the lamed is missing. The lamed stands for Limud HaTorah. Beautiful pshat. V'chisavo milchama. When you engage in war, what do you mean war? I thought there's no war. There's no war when there is a war when there's a missing lamed. That's why the Torah says v'chisavo milchama. When will there be war? When there's a missing lamed, when there's a missing Talmud Torah, when there's a lack of Torah study in depth, that's when war can come, heaven forbid. Beautiful remes from the Nineveh Rebbe to why there's no lamed, because there's the lack of limud Torah. That's when war can happen. And good Shabbos, everyone.